In today's video, we're diving deep and showing you exactly how to build a podcast website. Whether you're just starting out or looking to give your current podcast a professional online presence, this video is going to guide you through the entire process, so stick around to the end of the video because you're not going to want to miss any of the information we have for you today. Before we jump into the tutorial and show you exactly how to set up your podcast website, let's talk real quick about why having a dedicated podcast website is beneficial. A website not only helps you establish a brand, but also gives your audience a central place to find all your episodes, show notes, and more information that you can include for them. Plus, with a company like Squarespace, which we're going to show you today, it's never been more easy to create a stunning, professional looking website in just a few minutes. And the best part is you don't need any design experience or coding experience. The website, Squarespace, and their templates do everything for you. And the reason we're going to show you Squarespace today versus another website is because they have really great AI features that help create your website with very little work on your end. Now, Squarespace does cost a little bit more when compared to some of its competitors, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but it really is a great option if you're just getting started and you want a really good looking website created in just a few minutes. All right, so let's get started and dive right in here. Go ahead and click on our special link down below in the description, and that will bring you to Squarespace. Also, be sure to use the code MyFirstWebsite at checkout. We'll show you how to do that here in a second, but we just wanted to tell you that there because that's going to help you get the best deal. Once you've clicked on that link down below in the description, it should bring you to a page that looks just like this, and let's go ahead and click Get Started to start creating our website here. Now we can just go ahead and enter a topic for our site. So we're going to choose podcast, and boom, podcast pops right up there. And that's going to just give us a template that's really geared towards what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and click next. You can answer any of these for what you want to do on your website. Let's just say that we want to build a community. We want to showcase our work here and maybe publish a blog or other media. So let's go ahead and click next. Now you can either choose to browse templates or you can build with AI. So let's go ahead and choose browse templates, and then we can go back if we need to. The template it gives us, based on the information we answered, this is the best template match that it's given us. And it looks pretty good off the bat, but we can do a lot better if we create it with AI. So let's go back to the templates, and then let's just go ahead and say build with AI in the top right hand corner here. So next we can go ahead and create our site. Let's go ahead and create an account. We can go ahead and continue with our email, and I'll type in our name here, and then you go ahead and put an email and password. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and click continue. Now it's going to set some things up for us, and we're going to get started here with building out our website. It asks us first to create our site title, so let's go ahead and do that now. So we're just going to say My First Website Podcast. Now we can choose the brand personality. Let's just choose professional for the sake of our video. Go ahead and choose what's best for you though. Now it's going to be loading AI generated content here. Now what's neat about this is we can build out our homepage. So you can choose an intro section, and that'll pop up here. We can have a product section. This product section actually might look good because then we can just feature some of our most recent podcasts, and you can actually change this to choose a different layout. Then we can go into our services section. Then we can go ahead into the appointment section. We don't need that for our website, so we'll leave that checked off. And then we don't need a digital plan section because we are not providing a digital service. We can choose this about section. I like this, and that one looks good. And then we obviously want to link to all of our socials, so we'll put those here too. And then we can put a contact section. Maybe people who are interested in coming on our podcast can submit a form there. And then lastly, we just want to add a footer here. Let's go ahead and go next now. Now we need to add pages to our site. So we can choose an about section, which we definitely want. We can also choose a contact page, which we definitely want as well. We won't need a shop page because we don't have any products, so we'll leave that one off. But we will want a services page. Maybe we're going to expand and start providing similar services to people looking to start their own podcast. So let's keep that in mind here. And then we won't need an appointment scheduler, and we don't have a course, so we don't need that. So really all we need is an about page, a contact page, and a services page, which actually, now that we think about it, that's probably just going to be where we list all of our recent podcasts. So let's just go ahead and continue here. After that, we need to choose a color palette for the entire website. So these are some of the professional ones that they recommend. Now you can choose some friendly ones as well, and bold, a bunch of different categories here. I think this professional one looks good with the blue tone. So we'll go ahead and continue with that one. Now we're going to choose a font to pair our website with. Now this one's a little harder because you definitely want to make sure this matches the aesthetic or appearance of your podcast. So they give you different recommendations in each category. I'm just going to go ahead and continue with this instrument serif here. And after that, we're all good. Let's just go ahead and press finish, and then we'll create our website here. All right, so this is our website as it looks right now. We have this about page here where we can explore the world of podcasts. We have our featured products, which aren't really products. These are just going to be maybe our most recent podcast episodes. And then here are the services that we offer. Maybe we want to start offering services, like we said, to people looking to set up their podcast. And then here's our about our company information. We have links to all of our socials here, and then some contact information here. Now this is just the main page. We also have a services page, which talks about the services that we provide, and an about section and a contact section. Okay, so let's go back to the home page here. And the way I did that is if you click on the left-hand guide here, you can go under website, you can go under pages, and then you'll see all the 3 main navigation pages, and then the one that's not linked is the home page here. You can click on that. I like this picture here where it says explore the world of podcasts, so maybe we don't change that, but we definitely want to change this information here. To do that, let's go ahead and click edit in the top left-hand corner, and now we're going to scroll down to this section here and edit. So the first thing that comes to mind is I don't want the price of our podcast there because our podcast is free, so let's just go ahead and delete all of the prices here. Now I'm definitely going to need to change all of these pictures. I do kind of like this limited offer box here, but I don't want it to say limited offer. Let's go ahead and delete this one on the right. I want this to say, instead of limited offer, most recent episode. So after you change that to most recent episode, maybe I want to make it in bold to make it look a little bit better. And I can also change the color of the text. And maybe I just want to change the background here. Let's go ahead, instead of going to no stroke, we can go ahead and change the border. And then also we can change that font back to black. Okay, that will do for now. It doesn't look the best, but we can always change that later. So now everybody knows that that's our most recent episode. Now right here, we're going to name all these episodes and then change the pictures. So let's go ahead and delete this over here. So this is our most recent episode. So let's just say that's one that we filmed this past week. So we can say week 52, how to start a website. Then maybe week 51's podcast was last week, and that was how to use Squarespace, and so on. So you could do this for the rest of your options here. Okay, now we're here on services. So let's say we want to name some of these services that we're going to offer. The first service that we want to provide is our basic podcast package, and we can go ahead and change the information here. And then let's say we want to do our intermediate package and our advanced. And then lastly, we can also do personal consultation, which is going to be way more expensive. All right, and then you can go ahead and change the descriptions here as well as the prices as needed. If we scroll down, let's go ahead, we can change any of this information about our company and the pictures here as well. Anything here is able to be clicked on and to be changed very easily. And you can also add elements here. So go ahead and click on the section itself. You can either add a section, which you can go ahead and add a blank section, another saved section. You can add more things like testimonials, more portfolios. They have a bunch of different pages here. Now this join our community page looks a little bit weird with all these images here. So maybe we want to remove a couple of them. And now once we've removed a couple of them, it doesn't look as good with those two scrunched together. So go ahead and click edit section, and then you're going to want to change the gap here, and then you can see the spacing and just adjust the images as needed. So it'll give you a little box that you should put it in, and you can just go ahead and move them over, and you'll see that we're about 2 squares apart on each side. So that probably looks good right there. All right, we're not going to go too into depth into changing every single aspect here. We have plenty of other videos on the website that show you how to dig deep into each section, but let's go ahead and go to the navigation in the top right hand corner just to review some of the other pages that we can change here. So first, let's go ahead and save in the top left hand corner. Then we can go ahead and exit, and now we can go over to the services page and we can go ahead and edit this here. This page is basically a more in-depth dive into what we had on our main page. On the main page, we just show a little bit of what we're talking about, and then this is where we really go deep and provide the user more information about whatever we're offering. Instead of services for this page, let's just say our recent podcast or our recent episodes, and then we can change all the information here, the font, anything that you want to change, you can just go ahead and edit it here. Now for these book now buttons, we can actually do something very interesting, and we can go ahead and click on them and we can change the text. So let's say we want to say listen now, and then we can either copy a link here to an external website or another page on our website where they can listen to this podcast. So let's go ahead and remove this link, and we're going to attach a link, and here we can type in any link on the internet. We can link them to our YouTube channel, our Apple Podcasts, our Spotify, whatever you want, you can link them here now, and that's going to be really powerful for bringing them to your content. Now obviously you'll need to change the text here. You're not going to offer a $99 fee to listen, but you maybe do want to give a little bit of a description on what this episode is about. And then obviously you want to change the picture here as well. Another neat thing that you can do on Squarespace that you want to do before publishing your page is to click on mobile view. Now mobile view is going to take you to the mobile view of your website, and then you can adjust it as needed for the mobile view because it's going to differ a little bit from the website view. So go ahead and change all this if you need to. I'll go ahead and press save here, and then I can exit. Once you've previewed your website, it's all good and you're ready to make it go live. Go ahead and go to the setup guide here in the top left hand corner. You're going to have to get a custom domain, so let's go ahead and do this now. If you already own a domain, you can do that, or you can just get a custom domain. Now they're going to charge you $14 per year for this. Right now they basically just give us a built-in domain that never expires, but it's obviously not that appealing, and it is at squarespace.com. A professional website, for a professional podcast website, you're going to want to buy your own domain, but for now let's just go ahead and continue with this built-in one. Now if we go back to that setup guide, we can manage our site status. Currently it's on private, so no one can see it, but let's go ahead and manage the site here. Now we can either take it off private or we can password protect it, but in order to publish your site, you're going to need to upgrade to a plan. So for 14 days, you can really work on your website and get it all figured out, and then you'll have to upgrade to a plan in order to get it published. Now, one thing we wanted to show you is how to use that special code that we have for you, which is My First Website, to help you get 10% off. When you decide that you want to purchase a hosting plan with Squarespace, you're going to go to settings here, which is in the bottom left-hand corner of the main page. Click on the gear icon and go ahead and go to billing and subscription. Here is where you're going to manage your subscription. Right now, we just have a free trial. Everybody with our link gets a 14-day free trial. But when we're ready to go to the next step for our trial, we can go ahead and press subscribe, and that will bring us to the plan selection page. So there's the basic plan, the core plan, the plus plan, and the advanced plan. The basic plan is $16 per month. So let's just go ahead and select the basic plan here, and that's going to bill us at $16 monthly. And you'll see that that $16 a month is if you bill annually. It's actually more expensive if you bill monthly at $25 per month. So go ahead and choose whichever one you like there. After that, go ahead and click confirm selection. We'll go ahead and enter our street address, and we can go ahead and click save and continue. Now go ahead and enter your credit card information here, and we'll go ahead and click save and continue here too. And there's one more step before submitting. It's a review process here where we can add our coupon code. So as you can see, it's $25 per month if we're doing the monthly plan. Be sure that you add our code at checkout here, which is my first website. Once we apply that code, that's going to get us an additional $2.50 off or 10% off your first month. Once you're ready to order, go ahead and click confirm payment, and you'll be all set and ready to go. And there you have it. That's how you create your podcast website using Squarespace. If you enjoyed this video, you got some value out of it, and you want to see more videos like this in the future, please leave us a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. This channel is dedicated to helping you start and grow your first website. We'll leave all the links that we talked about today in the video down below in the description. Be sure to check those out, and just know we do get a small referral fee at no additional cost to you if you do choose to use our Squarespace link. You do get that 10% off using our code MyFirstWebsite, and if you use our link, this really helps us keep creating free videos like this for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We wish you the best on your website building journey, and we will see you in the next video.